you say you gained 60 pounds of water on a car ride here because you're sitting up? That's not reality. Do you have a medical degree I don't know about? Seriously? You telling me if you were able to move, you would eat better?
Hello,
How y'all doing?
and welcome back to my 600-pound podcast. I'm Jen.
And I'm Jess.
And today we are doing season 10, episode 6, Paul.
Paul. You know how we feel about that
Paul.
name.
Paul. Paul and Debbie. Or no, I'm thinking of Colt.
You're thinking Dakota
from,
and Debbie from 90 Day.
Oh my god. Yes, thank you. Colton and Debbie.
You're thinking
Paul and
Paul
Debbie.
and Carini from 90 Day.
Paul and Kareen. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Oh, man. So this episode, we are doing season 10, episode 6. This aired December 8th, 2021. This aired, literally, this was the next episode after Lacey's story.
Wow.
Yeah. Holy cow.
They really let's do a boring one after Lacey.
Yeah.
That's where their thought process.
Spoiler alert, this episode's boring. Wah, wah.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
Sorry. We'll do what we always do, though. We'll try and make it fun. You know? Because what else you gonna do?
I know.
Oh, man. So, before we get into this snooze fest, what have you been watching this week?
All right. I don't want anyone to judge me. I know.
I'm excited.
I feel like you're gonna judge me.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I've been rewatching HBO Girls.
Okay.
I'm just trying to relive 2013 New York City lifestyle without watching Sex and the City.
Bitch, watch Broad City.
I know. I also would watch that too. That's next. That's coming up next.
You know how I feel about Lena Dunham, please.
She's really annoying. But the show is, like, it captured a moment, guys. Give me some grace here.
I just remember... Wait, Adam Driver's in it, right?
Yes.
Okay, that gets a pass, I guess. He's fine. Oh, I just remember there was that one episode where, what's her face? Allison Williams, the one actress...
Marnie?
I don't know her fucking name. I didn't really watch the show like you did back then. But her character was getting her, like, ass eaten. And then some reporter was asking her dad, who is famous news anchor Brian Williams, was asking him how he felt about it.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Why would you ask that?
Gross.
Yeah, that's Marnie.
Okay, Marnie. Was her character as annoying as the same character she played in Get Out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, she was very annoying.
Ugh.
What about you? What are you watching?
Oh god, what am I watching? Oh god, I don't know. The
usual.
The usual 90 Day bullshit. I started watching the first episode of The Pit last night.
Oh,
that's that new medical show, like in the ER, basically. But every episode is 1 hour, and so the whole season, I guess, is supposed to be just 1 day long. So
wow,
I didn't get to finish the first episode, but I started the first episode. And it was pretty good. It was really gross, because it's an ER, but it was really interesting. It was good so far.
Okay, interesting.
And then last night, I think I had been talking about that podcast Jake and I were listening to, which was basically about Drago from Rocky 4, and how there was this guy that went missing, and he wrote this fan fiction that got published based off of Drago, whatever, from Rocky 4. Anyway, so we were like, oh, you know what? Let's watch Rocky. I haven't seen it in forever. Jake's never seen it. So I was like, yeah, let's go watch it. We watched it last night. For those of you who have not seen Rocky in a long time, I highly suggest you rewatch it. But with the lens that Rocky is very autistic.
Oh, Adrian.
It
makes sense now. I'm kidding.
Yeah, honestly, watching
Weird.
that, him and Adrian, both heavily autistic. Like,
What?
I'm sorry.
Both?
I say this with all the love in my
Gotta
heart. I'm
triple-
not trying to
double the list.
I'm not being mean. Like, I'm not. I have a lot of autistic relatives. You know, I work with the kids that are autistic, and so that's why I see it. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Like, they go on their first date, and Adrian is dead quiet. She barely talks. Rocky's talking her ear off. Oh, you know, I got these 2 turtles. Their names are Cuff and Link. You know, I like punching. I like boxing. And she's just like, I sold you those turtles.
Ew. Wait.
There's this whole scene of Rocky at his friend Paulie's house. It's so Italian, it hurts. Paulie. And he's like, hey, Paulie, I'm gonna take your sister on a date. Does she know I'm here? He asks Paulie if Adrian knows he's here multiple times while he's already like there at the house. And Adrian comes
Weird.
out and she's like, Paulie, why didn't you tell me he was coming over? And Rocky's just like,
She didn't.
she didn't
What?
know. It was kind of fucked up. But the whole like scene, Rocky's just like, Adrian, I'm talking to a door here. Adrian, let me take you out. And she's just dead quiet. It is so uncomfortable and so awkward to watch. And then, of course, I fell asleep
Yeah, he pretty
towards
much.
the end, so I didn't get to see the big fight.
Yeah.
But I'll
It
watch
doesn't
it
matter.
later.
The big fight doesn't matter.
Big fight
Ew.
doesn't matter.
So
Seriously?
he shows up, popped in, unannounced. I'm going to take you on a date. What if she didn't have... What if she hasn't bathed,
Oh,
showered,
The sad,
legs aren't shaved?
the sad part was it was Thanksgiving, and Paulie's trying to kick her out of the house because he's like,
Ew!
he calls her the R word multiple times. Yeah, I know, the brother.
Oh my
And he's like, get out of the
God.
house. I need you to get out of the house. Go on a date with this guy. And she's like, but
What
Paulie, I got a turkey in the oven. It's Thanksgiving. And he's like, you got a turkey in the oven. Paulie goes in, grabs the turkey barehanded out of the oven, and then kicks it out the door.
Is this supposed to be like comedy, or is this supposed to be like very
I
dramatic? What's a
have
very dramatic?
no idea.
Couldn't read a room.
I don't know.
What the fuck? It's so weird. I gotta rewatch Rocky now.
You have to watch it. Me and Jake the whole time were like, what? What? Huh? So that's what we watched last night.
And apparently that's the movie where when it first came out in theaters, people would stand up and cheer at the very end.
Yeah.
That's apparently what happened.
Yeah.
People were like,
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm gonna rewatch it.
Not gonna lie though, the whole time we're watching it, Jake kept saying, not gonna lie, he kind of looks like your brother.
Sylvester Stallone? I don't think so.
Actually, watch it again.
In the movie? I gotta rewatch it.
You gotta rewatch
I'll
it.
dust out the old copy on Amazon and watch it.
I can't. He looks like our brother. Not gonna lie, the way he acts a little bit kind of reminds me of our brother. I was like, oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
Woof.
All right, I'm gonna rewatch it.
Please do. Give the old Italian stallion a watch.
Put on my Italian horn and watch it. Okay.
That was wild.
Should we get into Paul's?
Before we get into Paul, I did
What?
want to
What?
say I did also finish Adolescence. That was
So good.
so fucking upsetting. For those of you who haven't seen Adolescence, it's on Netflix. It's only 4 episodes. Each episode is shot in one whole take. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But it basically follows this little 13-year-old boy who looks like he's 5. He gets arrested for a very serious crime, and just watch it. It's so just sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's super sad.
So sad.
It's great acting though.
Oh
but
my
very
god.
sad.
Fantastic acting. Holy shit.
That was that kid's first acting job ever.
That's wild.
I know, crazy.
Crazy. That was nuts. That was really depressing though. But go watch it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go do it now. Turn this off.
Can I say though, I love after I can't speak. After we did the Hoarders episode on Patreon, so many people in the Facebook group have been now watching other episodes of Hoarders. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I love that for you guys.
I love that for you guys.
But we're definitely gonna do more hoarding, I think. Hopefully.
Someday in the future. I would love that. Oh man. Mm-hmm. All right. So we should, I guess, get into it.
Mm-hmm. Paul.
I'm
gonna say Paul with an accent.
Paulie. We got Paul McNeil. He's 35 years old, 750 plus pounds. Oh, I love it when they have the weights beforehand. I love that.
I love it. He's from Auburndale, Florida.
Oof.
And we start the episode off, he's in bed, but he's got sheets and curtains. Yeah. It's a very classy affair in his room.
Although the floor looks like an old kitchen style floor. Or like a deli. Oof.
No rug we could have thrown down for the floor, but
you know, fine. He's channeling his inner, oh god, what's his face? Chris Farley with the big guy in a little bed. You know how Chris Farley was like fat guy in a little coat, but he's big guy in a little bed.
Little bed. This is so sad because he lives in like a really small house with his mom. I mean, we're going to get into this, but yeah, it's very tiny for such a big man.
Yeah. Oh my God. He gets up out of bed. He's got lymphedema on both his legs. His one foot looks crazy. There's like your face. Your face. There's like some lump coming out of his foot. But then he's like got New Balances next to his bed. And I'm like, those feet fit into those shoes? Damn. He like shoves them in there.
He's got no shoelaces, tongue completely ripped out of those shoes. That's the only way they fit. What are you doing?
I just stuck my tongue out.
The tongue completely out. And he gets up out of bed and he is shirtless and he's got this tattoo. I googled it.
Oh.
What is the it's like Vincergi Velmori, which means conquer or die for different Irish and Scottish clans.
Oh. What the hell is he conquering?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
That little house? He's conquering his own domain.
House. Not the little house.
He's conquering the little dog and the little house. I don't know. And the tiny shower. This is the smallest shower I've ever seen on the show.
The tiniest shower. Like, even the doorway into the shower is so tiny. So narrow. And it's like got this like brick like door frame around it, kind of. Mm-hmm. How does anyone get in there? Even my ass couldn't get in there. What is that?
That's the most ridiculous looking shower I've ever seen.
That's a fire hazard.
Yeah. Oh. Ridiculous. He says he tries to shower daily. And then he tries to also wear the same thing every day. He just wears like black shorts because he can't get into normal pants.
That kind of reminded me in Mean Girls. Sweatpants is all that fits me right now.
It's all that fits me right now.
That fits me right now.
His legs are so like swollen, and he's got to wear like compression socks and compression garments to try and like keep his swelling down.
Yeah.
And this is when we meet Teresa Caputo, his mother.
Teresa Caputo. She's putting on Paulie's socks. This is when we find out that he lives in her house, and she's putting on these like special compression socks. And it's not just like the regular store-bought compression socks. She's also got like this corset looking wrap thing. Yes, she like wraps it around his legs real tight, and as the mom bends down, I could have sworn I saw her thong, like a whale tail.
Stop.
She's not like,
kidding. I'm gonna be on TV. Okay. Okay.
She's like, where are we? Oh, I was about to say, is this the Midwest? No, it's Florida. But she's like, you know what? Whale tails are still in, right?
Ew. She looked like, have you ever watched that TV show Smothered?
Yes.
The mom from New Jersey.
Yes.
With the dark curly hair, the Italian family.
Yes.
She looks like the mom.
Okay.
She looks a lot like her.
Are they Italian? I know his last name is McNeil.
I don't think so. I think they're like Scottish or Irish.
I don't
His
know.
last name, at least.
Mom
and the
Teresa,
tattoo.
Paul. They're
I don't
Italian.
know.
They're Italian. I bet.
If they were in New Jersey, I think they would be
Yeah.
Italian.
There's Italians in Florida, I think. But, oh, man. The McNeil, that's his dad's last name. I bet him and his mom is Italian, I bet.
I think so. She's gotta be.
Paul. Come on.
I got that sixth sense for other Italians.
Sixth sense.
He goes out in the living room after getting dressed, and he just like, it's a very small house. It's just a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
And then it's just a living room and the small kitchen. Oof. And his mom goes to make him an omelet. And this is when we get into the backstory.
But
he's like, I've always been big.
He's always been big. But okay, so he does, right before the backstory though, he plops himself on the couch and he's like, this is where I stay the rest of the day. And as he says that, he's like petting the wall next to him, like petting it. Like not just rubbing his hand, like petting the wall. Your face right now, I can't. Petting the wall. Stop making that face. We're not filming this.
I know, but that's what he looked like. Just like blank stare, hand on the wall, rubbing the wall. It was weird.
So also his mom's making him breakfast and she makes the nastiest looking floppy, wettest, fatty bacon. Ew.
He doesn't like a crunch. He likes a little slurp instead of a crunch.
Yeah. Ew. I hate like wimpy, flabby, fatty bacon. That's like you can wiggle it. Like, ugh. That's so gross. Ew. Okay, so his backstory. He says, you know, he's always been big. His dad was 400 pounds.
That's not bad.
No.
He said his mom was also overweight. But he said his mom was a good cook. That bacon says otherwise.
No. I like to see that in theory, please. The mom has Band-Aids all over her arms and like large bruises in this scene when she's feeding him.
I hope that's from the dogs.
What?
I would hope that's not from something else.
I don't know if she's like ill or if she's got, I don't know, like blood work or something done, but all
maybe she's
over
on
her
blood
forearms.
Thinners.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. She doesn't look healthy.
I almost said something really terrible. If this was Patreon, I would have said it.
Give us a taste.
What would you have Lana said? Lana Del Rey. To quote Lana Del Rey, you've been chopping it up. Lana Del Rey said it, not me. Chopping it up. It's fucked up. That's not funny.
That's not funny at all. Join us on Patreon if you thought that was funny.
Yeah, if you thought that was funny, go to Patreon. But he said his mom was always feeding the kids. He always wanted to eat. But when he was 7, things changed at home. His parents fought a lot more. They were always working to make ends meet, and they were always fighting. And then when he was 10, his parents divorced, and his dad left.
So, of course, he ate to feel better. And at age 11, he was over 200 pounds. During school, he would get bullied, and this is when we find out his dad's career path. Now, his dad worked at a carnival, and I'm just going to let that sink in, guys. His dad worked at a carnival, and the carnival was like a family to Paul.
At 11.
At 11.
It's really weird.
Anyway, so back to mom. So when, you know, because his mom is now a single mom, she had a family friend watching Paul and I think his siblings. Sibling. I don't know. She would have a friend watch them while she went to work. And one day they all went to the beach with this family friend. And trigger warning, child sexual abuse. The friend at the beach started to rub Paul. And then he whipped out his junk and started touching himself in front of Paul.
Gross.
Ew.
Disgusting.
I assume Paul was between ages 11 to 13, somewhere around there.
He was like 12, and he was like, obviously, like, what the heck's happening? Like, he's kind of like just stopped trusting adults because this guy was like, oh, you know, don't tell anyone, or I'll say you're lying, it's your fault or something. Ugh.
Yeah, I will give it to Paul, though. He told the guy, put it away.
Yeah.
And he did, I think, but
hopefully.
Still, that's so traumatizing. And after that, Paul stopped trusting adults.
That's sad.
That's so sad. Speaking of not to be crass, but speaking of child sexual abuse, it is April, which is Child Abuse Prevention Month. So,
Nice.
guys, check out your local child advocacy center for more information on
Yay.
Child Abuse Awareness Month. Every city and county has one, so check out your local one, guys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for information.
More info.
More info. Oh, man. All right, so 14 years old, he weighed 475 pounds, and he says high school was really hard. He said everybody started dating in high school, to which I'm like, we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. That's not everybody.
Not everybody.
Yeah, he's like,
he said, though, everybody had a girlfriend, and he wanted a girlfriend, but he said none of the girls wanted to date, quote unquote, the fat guy.
oh.
So that's sad. He kept to himself and ate more. He said he stopped caring about grades and, like, I don't know. He just stopped caring about himself.
Yeah.
And then he ended up being held back. So you could definitely tell this was pre-Bush.
No child left
No child left behind.
Jesus. He did graduate high school, though. He did.
Yes.
And then he became a fourth generation carnival employee. That's crazy.
Stop.
Fourth generation. How does
Stop.
that
Okay.
happen?
Okay, stop. Because he doesn't phrase it like that. He says, yeah, and then, after I graduated, I had to work, so I went into the family business. And I was the fourth generation in my family business. And I'm like, can you just say carny?
He never says the word carny. Is that a slur or an insult to them?
I don't know, but he keeps calling it the family business. Sir, say carnival.
Do they own the carnival, though?
No, I think his dad just works for it.
So it's not really your family, then. I'm sorry.
When we're here, we're family.
We have a family.
When you're here, you're family. This is the Olive Garden of carnivals, okay? When you're here, you're family.
Your family. He worked for the carnival for 12 years. How does that...
That's crazy.
That's crazy because A, that's all outdoors. I couldn't do that shit.
I could never.
Never.
The smell, the amount of puke that you smell with those carnival rides and all that nasty, like the junk food, kids are constantly puking, couldn't be me.
I don't know. That's kind of insane.
That's intense.
So
12 years.
So by the time he was 24 until he was 29, he worked his way up to 600 pounds, and his weight became more of a problem for him. And this is when he had to stop working because he couldn't be on his feet anymore. So he just ate and got bigger and bigger until at 33 years old, he got up to 700 pounds and moved in with his mom.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty rough. And so fast forward to now, his mom is like making mozzarella sticks, like frozen mozzarella looking sticks. Where is this good cook that we were, where is this cook that we were introduced to? I don't see her. She's missing.
She's just cooking frozen food. And sloppy bacon.
That's not, as Jake would say, you're not cooking, you're just heating it up. I'm like, wow, rude. So Paul explains he lives in a 1-bedroom studio apartment. Now this is what looks like a single family home, but it is a 1-bedroom studio. He says his mom sleeps on the couch and he takes the bedroom. And this is when we find out Paul has a girlfriend.
Yes, he has a girlfriend.
Wow. Would you like to introduce yourself, girlfriend?
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm the girlfriend. So his girlfriend's name is Jen, which is crazy. She's very pretty, like me. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah,
well, she's pretty.
Yeah, no, she's pretty. Not me though, but she's very pretty.
Oh, bitch! I'll kill you. Not me, bitch.
No, she's pretty.
Shut up.
Their 1-year anniversary is also coming up soon. But she lives like far. She lives an hour and a half away, so she has to come.
Crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't go see her. She has to come drive to him, which is kind of a lot.
That's a lot. And then we find out she also has a son, Riley, that she brings with her. So that's an hour and a half trip just to have dinner with them. That's crazy.
At least that kid was smart enough. He brought like a game thing or his
Yeah.
phone with him. He immediately gets
Yeah.
in. They walk in the room. They're
Yeah.
at the house. They come in. The kid immediately gets on his phone and plays games. I'm like, oof.
Yeah. I mean, though, they seemed really comfortable
Yeah.
at the
Oh, yeah.
house. And the mom was really excited to see both of them. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So this is when we also see mom's got this little ass dog. As per usual, there's always a little dog. And Paul says in like an overhead interview thing, he says, you know, he knows his size is killing him. Most days he only sees his mom and Jen.
Aww.
And like
That's
he
sad.
doesn't get out. He doesn't see anyone else.
Nope.
Well, also except Jen's son, I guess. And they all sit down and they're eating what looks like tater tots and mozzarella sticks for dinner. And then I
Also-
see a burger.
Yeah. They got hamburgers too.
Okay.
Yeah. Teresa says that Paul, he's at rock bottom. He is the size of 3 men, but he only has 1 heart.
Oh. That sounds like something from Wizard of Oz. I don't know.
Or something
Only
like
one
that.
heart. I don't know. As Paul is, eating off of his plate and cleaning it off by eating everything off of it, I see the plate design. It literally is one of those cat plates. You know, in Harry Potter, Professor Umbridge, her office, the wall of cat plates. That's the
Oh.
plates that the mom has.
Oh, I didn't notice at all.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that looks familiar. Those gorgeous china cat plates.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
I didn't
Just
see
beautiful.
that.
Yeah.
Did not notice the cats at all. Which is weird because they have dogs.
Yeah. Very strange, but whatever.
So, the next scene, he is doing a video call with Dr. Now. He's like, I'm in dire need of help from Dr. Now. Also, we find out how tall he is in the video call. He's 6'6".
Yeah. Holy shit.
So a BMI of 87, I'm like, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
Compared to what else we've seen on the show. It's
I know.
nothing.
What? Your BMI is 132. That is one of the highest BMIs I have ever seen.
Yeah. It's
But
not
no,
that
his
bad.
BMI is 87. It's in the double digits.
Yeah.
Good job.
Mhm.
So Paul explains he can walk about 500 feet. Oh, right before this call, though, I do want to say, you know how in the earlier seasons they would always talk about how, oh, there's this mysterious doctor in Texas who specializes in treating patients my size. By
Yes.
season 10, they were like, fuck that, just call him by his first name.
Yeah, we know what this
Or
is.
just say Dr. Now. I'm meeting with Dr. Now. I love that. They just kind of drop that shtick. So
We're done.
Paul says he can walk about 500 feet, basically from the front door to the mailbox and back. Dr. Now does say, like, because your BMI is under 100, it is safe for him to travel to Houston.
Yeah. Yeah, he could drive.
Yeah, he could. He absolutely could. And Dr. Now talks to him, about commitment to moving. He tells him about the diet. And he does say something to Paul. And he's like, as he's explaining the diet, he's like, I want you to start this right now.
Yeah, right now. Magic words.
Now. Now. Not after the appointment.
Yeah.
Now.
Start now.
His name ain't Dr. Now for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, do it now, not a month in.
God.
Like, so he's like 3
God.
meals a day, 400 calories per meal.
No snacking.
Start doing this now. I mean, Dr. Now asked about his eating habits. It's the same, a lot of fast food, greasy foods, eating just out of a habit, out of boredom. The same old, he's like, who do you live with? He's like, I live with my mom, and she makes a lot of the meals for me. And he's like, okay, you got to start to say no to the food your mom gives you. And yeah.
And that's basically it. And so after this video call, Paul immediately starts washing his hands. And I'm like, oh.
Was it dirty?
Excuse me? And then he starts washing the plates. He washes the fancy cat plate.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, oh, okay. I've never had to wash my hands before touching dirty dishes, but to each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. So then sometime later, I don't know if this is month 1 or what, because I never actually saw month 1 pop up. Did you?
No, nope. Mm-mm.
Okay, good. It wasn't just me. So on this day, they are going to Houston today. So Paul explains he has a pickup truck that he drives, but his truck won't make that far of a drive. And his mom has a car, but he can't fit in his mom's car.
Yeah.
So
we find out that his friend JJ has offered to take him to Houston. And then we find out JJ's real name is Jessica, and they're best friends.
Hey guys, it's me, Jessica. I also go by JJ. Yeah, me and Paul have been BFFs our whole lives. Yeah, I grew up in, where's he from again? Florida? Florida. I grew up in Auburn something, Florida. Auburn something, Florida. Yup, we went to Auburnville Elementary School together, Auburnville Middle School, and then we all went to Catholic High School together, Catholic Italian High School together, guys.
All in Florida. And then I'm dating him.
All right. So my shirt in this episode has Sam Antics on it. And so does several stickers in my car. What am I driving? Is that an Escalade?
It was an SUV.
What it was.
It was a car. I don't know the breed.
I drive some big black car. I don't know what it was.
I need to cut that out. I think Ovechkin just broke Gretzky's goal. If you could hear that scream in the background.
Wait, what was that?
It was Sean. He's watching the hockey game because Ovechkin, he just, I think, broke Gretzky's crazy goal.
Keep that in. That's a big deal. That's history right there.
If you hear it.
History.
Yeah, we're filming history here.
We're filming history here, guys.
Wow.
Aubergine just scored a goal. Wait, no.
Let me see.
Ovechkin?
Maybe that was it. I don't know. It sounded like a scream that he did it, but I don't know. Okay, where were we?
What if he just saw a spider and that's what he was screaming about?
No, I don't think so. Oh, okay. Where are we? Where are we?
Oh, we're talking about my car that I drive my BFF and his mom in. So, okay, the shirt JJ's wearing, it says Sam Antics. And I was like, oh, okay, it must be like some weird brand. We get in her car. The same fucking stickers are all over the front of her car. Like on her,
Weird.
Oh, what is that thing called? The
mirror?
Yes, God, the pull down thing.
Yeah, your face mirror. I don't know what it's called. Visor.
Face shield. Visor. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Can I say me and JJ have that in common? Because I also have a sticker on my visor, but it is the note from Jersey Shore.
Yes.
On my visor.
Sam.
Sam. The first night at bed when you left, Ron made out with two girls and put his head in between a cocktail waitress's breasts. I forgot the rest of it, but something about... Yeah. Also was grinding with multiple fat women. Multiple people in the house know. Therefore, you should know the truth.
Wow.
Thank you.
So it's like in school.
That's Italian-American poetry.
Yeah, it's like when you have to memorize like a part of Hamlet or something. It's like that.
Yes. Okay, in high school, did you have to memorize the to be or not to be speech?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I think I got it, but I may have also fucked it up. But who knows? Oh, yeah. That was... over 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So this road trip is going to be 1,000 miles. It's going to be about 15 hours. They're going to try and do it in just 2 days. And we get on the road, and we've only been on the road for an hour and a half. And he's already like, oh, I'm already starting to feel it. I'm hungry. I just want to stop. And they get a hotel an hour and a half away. What a waste. What a waste of money.
What a fucking waste of money. They're an hour and a half. They didn't even make it out of Florida. Okay.
No.
Like, they didn't even get out of Florida first. And this scene, when they go to this McDonald's, I could have sworn I was watching that one clip of the guy who's like, 55 burgers, 55 milkshakes, 55 fries, 100 nuggets, 55 burgers.
100 tater tots, 100 nuggets. Oh, from I Think You Should Leave.
Yes. Because literally, Paul's out the window and he's like, 2 double quarter pounders with cheese, a McDouble with the Big Mac sauce, a spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece McNuggets, a large fry, large chocolate shake, a baker's dozen chocolate chip. Mom, you want anything? Oh, just have some of your nuggets. Okay, good. And an apple fritter.
So much fucking food.
Fucking insane.
Also, didn't ask JJ, hey JJ, do you want anything?
She was eating something, but maybe he gave up some of his nuggets for her too. I don't know. Because, all right, I went to McDonald's on Friday after work. Jake and I went on a hike. And then after this, 3-mile hike, I was like, fuck it, we're getting McDonald's.
Yeah.
So we get McDonald's. I got the double cheeseburger meal with a small fry and a small Diet Coke. And I'm telling you, I was so full afterwards.
Wow. Skinny queen.
Skinny queen over here. Still haven't lost any weight, but doesn't matter. It's fine.
Took a sip. I'm stuffed.
I'm full. But oh my God, I can't imagine eating 2 double quarter pounders with cheese. That's 2 big sandwiches. Then a McDouble. Then a spicy chicken sandwich. That's 4 sandwiches so far.
Wow.
1 10-piece nugget. 1 large fry. 1 large chocolate milkshake. 12 cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, and then
an apple fritter.
That's I throw up. That's throw up city right there.
Yeah. I can barely finish 1 double quarter pounder with cheese. Like a double quarter pounder with cheese every time I eat one, which is rare now just because it gives me such bad heartburn. Like I feel my chest feels heavy after eating that.
It's like tight.
I feel my arteries clogging.
It's like heart attack is coming on. I can feel a heart attack coming on.
It's just a little one, but it doesn't stop me from ever ordering it again because I'm still gonna order it again.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, I try and get it maybe a couple times a year.
That's not bad then. Moderation is key. So we get to the hotel. His legs look swollen. His mom's they get to the hotel. His mom's got to help him get his shoes off.
Yeah, me and his mom got his shoes off. Thank you very much.
They look so bad.
God.
And he's like, everything hurts. And he just goes to sleep. He just ate and went to sleep.
Okay. So this is where lines are blurred, guys, because literally the next morning, me and JJ have that. Not only do we have Jessica in common, but we also have this in common. Okay, when you're doing someone a huge favor, like she's driving him and his mom down to this appointment, they only have a number of hours to get there. They haven't even left the fucking state, and this motherfucker sleeps in. No. I may be a lazy son of a bitch, but if I have to do something for someone else and like we have to like be on a schedule, bitch, get the fuck up out of bed. We gotta go.
She's doing him a huge favor.
Huge favor. So she said she couldn't get him out of bed, and he's huge. She can't like lift him up out of bed.
Yeah.
The appointment is tomorrow, and they're just in Tallahassee.
They're still in Florida. They're
still
really
in fucking
bad.
Florida. So she's already concerned that they're going to miss the appointment because he only did an hour and a half yesterday. And so she, they give him some breakfast with a fucking Coke. You don't drink soda for breakfast.
That's disgusting.
Make that a habit. I never have soda for breakfast. No. That's disgusting.
Be an adult and get a black coffee. Like, calm down.
Calm the fuck down. So she's worried they're going to miss the appointment. And she's like, hey, I don't mean to rush you, but can you either hurry up and eat or take it in the car? Not going to lie. I have said that before to some friends when we're on like a road trip somewhere. And I'm like, bitch, hurry the fuck up. Get in the fucking car. Because usually you and I are the ones driving, usually.
Yeah, usually.
Not anymore.
No.
But,
like,
which is nice.
Oh my, this is very stressful. She's like trying to be so polite. I'm like, no, you gotta be somewhere. He's like, I just need to eat sitting down.
Yeah,
eat in the car. Eat in the car.
And oh my God, he starts cutting some more of the food up. And she's like, Paul, we need to go. You need to get in the car. And he's like, we'll make it. We got time. And it's like, no, hurry the fuck up. I'm with her on this.
100%.
1000%.
She's so stressed out. She's like, I'm not trying to rush him, but it's like, hey man, like she's trying to rush him essentially. They're gonna be late to the appointment. She said that it's hard to get him to be motivated, and she feels like she is the only one taking this seriously. Like, where is his mom? Why is she also not being like, hey,
watching him? She's watching him eat. Yeah. She's silent. The silent killer.
Embarrassing. And so when we find out that Jess, JJ, she already had the surgery, and she's like, I feel like he's not mentally preparing himself to stop eating. And then she like starts to cry and get really emotional. Yeah. She's like, they're not taking this seriously at all. And she's fucking spending her time driving them to Florida. Right. Across state lines.
This is a lot. Across state lines, several days of travel. And even she is like, I've done this before. I know the battle is mostly mental. Like, you have to really prepare yourself mentally for this. And she even says, like, I wish he would take more initiative and not eat the junk food on the way there.
Yes.
Hint,
So bad.
hint. Didn't Dr. Now say the diet starts now?
Yeah, what was all that? What was all that milkshake?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 100 milkshakes, 150 nuggets. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Paul?
Embarrassing.
God. Christ. I wish Paul had a longer name because I hate it when you're trying to, like, yell at someone like, God damn it, Paul. I wish there was, like, a fuller name, you know? Like, Pauline.
Paulina.
Paulina. Something,
Pauline.
you know?
I don't know.
Damn. Ugh. So even she is like, bitch, you don't even need to eat all that. Like, stop eating so much.
Yeah.
Nope. He just finishes
Mm-mm.
the entire thing before they leave. It's ridiculous.
So they finally get on the road. And he's like, okay, what I'm going to do now is every 100 miles I get closer to Houston, I'm going to reward myself with a little treat. It's like, shut up. Oh my God. And then 2 hours later, he's like, I've hit my limit for the day. So he tells JJ they have to stop again.
Ugh.
And they still
Ridiculous.
have 5 hours to get to Houston. And they're about to be in Louisiana. They're not even out of Florida yet. This is so bad.
No, they're out of Florida, right?
No, he said they still have 5 hours to get to Houston. And they're about to be out of Louisiana. That's what he said.
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, she said about to be in Louisiana.
Yes.
So, I
Because
don't know.
Tallahassee.
Hold on, let me see, man.
Tallahassee is like
Where-
the panhandle of Florida,
Oh,
right?
okay. They have to go through Alabama and Mississippi from Florida.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at a map right here.
Oh,
I got
oh.
the map right here, hon.
Okay. I'm stupid. So they're definitely out of Florida. They're definitely out of Florida.
No, they're at least in Mississippi, about to hit Louisiana, and then once they're in Louisiana, they got to go all the way through Louisiana to get to Texas.
Oof.
Luckily, Houston's on the east side of Texas, but still.
That's a long way to go. But they get to another hotel.
I know.
And then the next day, they're like, oh, I think we have a chance of making it. We have 5.5 hours to get to the appointment.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they have 5 hours to get to the appointment that is in 5.5 hours. So Paul's like, if we don't stop a lot, we should be able to make it. That's if you hit no traffic, no road closures. Like, what an idiot.
Nothing ridiculous. So no car problems, fingers crossed. Okay, so they're on the road the next day. 2 hours later, they made it to Houston. Thank fucking God. The appointment is at 1:30, and Paul says it's a little past 1 now, and we are 30 minutes away. He says we're going to be late, but we're also pretty much on time.
Oh my God, that's so bad. That's so bad.
As someone who works in a medical clinic, the biggest thing that pisses me off is when people are super late to their appointment and don't think it's a big deal.
It's always a big
me
deal.
Yeah,
it is always a big
is.
deal.
It is. Like, if you're 5-10 minutes late, okay, fine, whatever.
Ooh.
But then when you're a half hour late, 45 minutes late, why even bother coming?
Yeah.
Bitch.
I think
Why?
10 minutes is late. I think if you're not there within the 5 minutes, cancel it. You're not going.
Cancel. Honestly, it pisses me off so much. I
That's
get
crazy.
so annoyed. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Okay, so they finally make it to Dr. Now's office, and Blush Queen is here. She is calling them back. Why did we start calling her Blush Queen and not Eyeshadow Queen?
Because she had a lot of blush, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was just so focused on the eyeshadow this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so his legs look rough.
Yeah. It's pretty
when
bad.
They're walking in. It's bad.
He said the last time he was weighed was 5 months ago, and he was 750 pounds then.
But then he says the last time he was weighed was 4 months ago, and he was 744.
So
bitch,
that.
which is it?
Because it was
Like,
in between
bitch.
commercial break he did that.
Yeah.
He said 2 different things, which is weird.
Very strange. Makes me not trust him.
No.
So we get his weigh-in, and his initial weigh-in is 757 pounds.
Wow.
JJ immediately says, it's going to be okay. And his mom is like, oh, son.
Oh, no.
Girl.
What are we going to do?
Oh, no. God, so they get into room 5, and, hello, how y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Now asks the most insulting fucking question. Who's enabling you more, mom or your friend? Don't you
Ooh.
fucking dare put disrespect on JJ's name like that.
Yeah.
How fucking dare you? And the silence it takes before the mom is like, oh, I guess that would be me.
Yeah,
no
raise
shit,
your fucking hand. Wow.
bitch. Wow, that was so disrespectful to JJ. I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
As JJ, as Jessica in that moment, I was furious for myself.
Oh my
Furious.
god.
So pissed.
Oh, so they mentioned that it took 3 days to get there, and his doctor now is like, well, you have to stay in Houston for at least a year if you go through with this.
Yeah.
And it's talking about, like talking about the mom giving him food, and she's like, well, me myself, I was a bigger woman, and I know I ate wrong. And then she goes into her gallbladder story. She got it removed and decided to change her eating habits afterwards and all this crap.
Oh, can I say I totally zonked out during that part because it was
Fine.
so fucking boring.
They just talk. This appointment felt like it took 40 minutes. I kept pausing and walking away.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this
I
takes
literally, I just wrote talk, gives mom and Paul the diet.
It was so boring. It was so long. And
God.
yeah, his mom's like, I give him food because I want him to be happy. And Dr. Now's like, look at his leg. Do you think he's happy?
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, and so Jess, JJ, she's like, yeah, I had the surgery 5 years ago also. And it's just like, yeah, she's like, I don't enable him. I got the surgery, So Dr. Now's like, okay, I'm going to give you 3 months until your next appointment because I don't want you to travel a ton. So 3 months to lose 100 pounds. So you should be 650 by then. And then we'll approve you for surgery.
Yeah.
And then just more talking about literally nothing. We're not missing anything. And it gives them copies of the diet, and then they leave. And then they're back in Florida.
Yeah, back in Florida. And this scene is really interesting. So we get this shot of a grocery store. Paul and his dad Thomas are going to go grocery shopping together. They are both on scooters, father and son, scooter time. Paulie and Daddy scooter time.
They're just scooting around.
You're scooting around the grocery store. So Paul is actually sticking to the diet here. He only buys things on the diet. And then Thomas is up behind him on the scooter like, you're going to get some turkey gizzard? You should get some turkey gizzard. That's turkey. Turkey's high in protein, son. And Paul's like, no, not turkey gizzard. It's got to be lean meat, not, gizzards.
No, nope.
God. And then Tom... Oh, what?
The bag of potatoes that he grabs. So I was like, you can't. Isn't his dad like, you can have that? And he's like, no, I can't. No potatoes.
My favorite was, what about bananas? And he's like, oh, no fruit. Fruit's not on the diet. And Thomas is like, well, I'm not supposed to have it because I'm diabetic. I didn't know you can't have it because you're fat.
Whoa.
Thomas!
No, it's very crass. It's very crass,
very
man.
Uncouth. What an uncouth man. Not to be racist, but that's where the Irish comes from.
Oh my God. Uncouth.
The mom is Italian. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
The dad is the Irish side and the mom is the Italian side. Because she doesn't know how to fucking not cook unhealthy food.
This is so bad. The dad is so like, why can't you eat it? Because you're fat? Can't eat bananas? It's like, okay.
Well, I can't have it because I'm diabetic. I didn't know you can't have it because you're fat.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God, shut up.
Shut up.
Apologies to all the Irish people listening and Italian people, I guess.
Not being very demure. It's very crass.
It's not demure.
Oh,
God.
month 2? We're at month 2 now. Yay.
Finally, we get to a month card.
Crap, we're 15 minutes in and we're at month 2.
Ugh.
Lord.
Oh my God.
So his mom actually went and threw out all the bad stuff in the house, and he's been cooking most of his meals. His mom, Teresa, she's like, I can't make his food because it's just the temptation and the instincts to make it unhealthy is just too strong, so I can't make you anything.
Are you fucking kidding? That is such...
That's a good excuse.
That's If that isn't a Jersey Italian woman, I don't know what is. Well, if I can't make it with a lot of butter, it's not made with love. Bitch! Are you fucking kidding me?
I can't even make you anything. I'm making you a salad. I'll put too much butter in it.
Oh my God. Okay. Teresa, just say you don't want to make it.
Yeah, just say I don't want to cook my 35-year-old son meals. You could say that. That's fine.
Oh, I can't make that with less butter. Bitch, shut the hell up. Fuck.
That's
so,
funny.
okay. So, Paulie, he's making his own food. And he says, because, you know, his mom and Jen and JJ, they want to support him by eating around him only the diet approved foods. They said it's hard for them, though, to eat the diet approved foods. So Paul says he only eats breakfast and lunch by himself to avoid temptation of what other people are eating. And I'm like, you know what? Respect it, you know?
Yeah.
And so he has dinner with like mom or JJ or Jen. And yeah, that's what he's been doing so far. He makes like some salad with like a boiled egg. And this is like the tiniest salad I've ever seen in my life.
I know. It's like, what is this? A meal
Where's
for
the
ants?
rest of it? Like, I understand you got to eat small portions, but this was like...
It's like 2
3
pieces
bites.
of lettuce. That was insane.
Good. He like chopped up a piece of lettuce, chopped up like a tiny onion, and put it in a bowl together, and that was it.
That was weird.
I was like, oh, that was strange.
That was weird.
That was so strange.
And now he's working out, as in walking to the end of the driveway and back, which is nice.
Did the dog grow? Because now there's all of a sudden a medium-sized dog in the picture.
They got a little one and a medium one. They got 2 little dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The view outside his place is really nice, though. They're like right by the water. He says he walks twice a day, and he tries to go a little bit farther every day.
Nice.
He's trying to make it like a little bit further, but then he also has to make sure he has enough like energy to go back to the house. But he's doing it twice a day. Okay, good for him.
Okay.
So then we just skip all of month 3, and we just go right to month 4.
Yeah. They really should just cut the show down to 45 minutes, if I'm being honest.
So much of this shit was filler, and I was like, I don't care.
Put it back to the short version.
Yeah, seriously. I miss when the episodes were 45 minutes.
I know. They really don't need all this extra stuff.
No, this is ridiculous. 2 hours long, an hour and a half. Get out of here. God. Now, unless it's like a Lacey or a Dolly or one of those episodes, hell yeah. But if it's something stupid like this, cut it down to 45 minutes.
You can just do
Christ.
that. So, month 4, we're back in Houston. He actually flew in this time. They didn't want to drive.
Wow, impressive.
He gets to the office. He was 757 pounds last time. Had to lose 100 pounds, so, you know, like 650. But he gets in, weighs in at 695 pounds. He only lost 62 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paul goes in room 5, and Dr. Now greets him. Oh, you left your enablers at home? Again, put some respect on JJ's name. She is not an enabler.
She wouldn't do that.
She would not do that. God. I'm tired of people like dissing my name like that, you know?
Disrespect.
Put some respect on my name. God.
So Dr. Now says, well, you know, what have you been doing differently? He's like, oh, I've been cutting out breads, pasta, junk food, sugar, soda. He's like, what about emotional eating? He's like, I don't think so. But he's actually been working with Dr. Paradise, which is cool.
Why don't we see that?
I don't know. But yeah, why didn't we film any of that?
What the hell? Instead we see him eat this tiny ass salad and go for a quick walk outside with another dog. Get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. So Paul says, you know, he did cut out bread, pasta, sugar, soda. He doesn't think he's emotionally eating. He eats till he's full, which Dr. Now is like, well, your stomach is the size of 2 footballs. So
it's a lot. 2 footballs.
That's a lot. And because he only lost 62 pounds in, what was it, 3 months? He basically only lost 20 pounds a month, which is not a whole lot when you're 757 pounds.
Yeah.
So Dr. Now has a reduced goal for Paul to lose 50 pounds in 2 months to be approved for weight loss surgery.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
No.
Nope.
Hopefully he can do it. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then
So
2 weeks later, we are back in Florida.
Mm-hmm. We're back
Back
there.
to Florida and the crazy show in Florida.
He's at the carnival he used to work at.
Ringing
boy.
Barnum and Bailey. Bingham's Barnum and Bailey. What is it?
What is
Ringley's?
it? Ringley Brothers is one. And then, what is it?
Who's Barnum and Bailey?
Bailey's is a drink. Who's Ringham? Barnum and Bailey.
I don't know. There's that one carnival group. I don't know, but he's at the circus again.
He's at the Juggalo? The Gathering.
Stop it.
Those
this
clowns.
is in Ohio.
He's working at the carnival. He's unboxing a gigantic monkey the size of him. It's huge.
That was a sloth, actually. A pink sloth, ma'am.
A pink sloth,
God.
excuse me.
Know your animals. God.
I know.
But one of his carny friends actually noticed his weight loss and smacked him on the belly. You know? I was like, oh,
weird.
That's how they show affection.
That's how they
This is
show
like National Geographic.
What was that guy's name? Like
I'm
Bruce?
sorry. Something like Bruiser.
Butch.
I don't know.
I think it might have been Butch.
Butch.
I guarantee it's Butch. It's gotta be.
It was Butch.
That guy was leathered. You could tell he's been outside a lot.
That guy was leathered. Stop it. Oh, I'm no good.
Yeah.
I'm no good.
He says it's good to be back at the carnival. It's where he grew up and worked his whole life. Oh my God. He says he doesn't want to give in to the carnival food, but he's just going to stay focused and strong. And yeah, he's just walking around helping set up. Good for him. He's back at work.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But also, like, being around all that carnival food, cotton candy, funnel cakes, all the junk food and everything, and just that lifestyle. I don't know. The lemonade. I don't know,
the
man.
lemonade.
The lemonade. Wait, what was that episode we just watched recently where the nutritionist tried to teach them how to make lemonade and it looked like the nastiest shit I've ever
Who was
seen?
that? Oh, what was his name? Oh my God. Deshaun?
Was it Deshaun?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Where she made that.
Was like the nastiest lemonade.
I don't blame him for not drinking. It was water.
No.
And a Splenda packet and what was it?
Lemon juice.
Gross.
Like concentrated lemon juice. That was disgusting. Foul.
Nope.
Ugh.
No. So
at that point, just put lemon slices in water at that point. My God.
Better. So we're at month 5. We're back at his house. He says he has stick to the diet completely and stuck to good portion sizes. He makes a bunch of hard-boiled eggs at the beginning of the week and just keeps them in the fridge to eat. He keeps cutting up meat. He's like cutting up some meat, but instead of using a cutting board, he's just cutting it on like the kitten plates that you're talking about.
He's gonna fuck up those plates. He better not. Uh-oh.
He's also working out after his little meal he ate. He's like doing some shadow boxing. And okay, so this is confusing. He says his walking is better. He said he can walk for blocks. 9 blocks, he's working on 10 blocks. Okay. Is he talking about like a New York City block? Or is he talking about like a block on the sidewalk? Like a square block on a sidewalk? Or is like a New York City block? Like 9 blocks is like a couple streets. What is he talking about?
I don't know. Well, a block is literally
like a block, like a
block of the sidewalk. Like,
like,
you know,
street to street.
Like, in New York City, like 35th to 34th Street. That's one block.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And same thing, 11th Avenue to 12th Avenue. That's
like a block,
right?
So what is he measuring blocks in? The sidewalk block?
I can't imagine where he lives in Auburn, Florida, wherever. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. But also, how many blocks? Well, I guess it still counts. Like, is he walking 4 blocks up and then 4 blocks back because he has to get back to the house?
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we get to month 6 and we are back in Houston. We got our girl Blush Queen again. She is here. He needs to be at 645 pounds to be approved for weight loss surgery. All right, guys. It is weigh-in time, ladies and germs. And he weighs in at 641 pounds. He lost 54 pounds for a total loss of 116 pounds.
Wow, good for him. That's crazy.
Good for him. He gets to room 5 and meets with Dr. Now, and he says, you know, Dr. Now, I almost did a cartwheel. Dr. Now actually laughs.
But it's like the longest pause, and he's just like, all right. Weird.
Oh, man. I want to make Dr. Now laugh so bad, but I have a feeling if I ever were to meet him, he would just be, okay.
Yeah, he would just like stare at you for a couple beats and then be like, okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Stop doing weird things. That's what he would say to me.
Weird thing. So, Paul is approved. Paul is excited.
Woo!
Doctor now wants him to get like around 600, you know, before surgery, just to be a little closer. But he schedules a surgery in 2 months. But he's also got to move down there. And he says his target weight is 225 pounds. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Wow. Yeah, he is so tall. Like 6'6". That's nuts.
Ooh, that's nuts.
Like I'm 5'1". Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
5'1" on a good day. That's crazy. Oh my God. You know, it's really demeaning. So I take kids' vitals, and whenever I get their heights, like Friday, I got this one teenager, and I'm on my fucking tippy toes trying to get this kid's height. And I'm like, all right, you are 5'9". And oh, fuck, I am so short.
Wow.
And I'm like, and I'm literally like, okay.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow. There's some days I have to bust out the unicorn step stool in order to get some kids' heights. And I'm like, all right, you are 5'11". Damn it. Oh, that's so short. Meanwhile, I'm stepping off of a step stool, a unicorn step stool for kids.
Kids gotta learn to read the room. My goodness.
Read the fucking room, bitch. Damn. Me and my 5'1" ass over here, like, oh yeah, oh my God, 5'11", you're so short.
You're so short. Why don't you get knee lengthening surgery?
These fucking kids are like 12, 13. They got plenty of room, plenty of time to grow.
Wow.
Fucking assholes.
Kids are terrible.
All right, so after this appointment, 2 days later, they are at Flagler Beach, Florida. Never heard of it.
I don't know.
I don't like that name. Flagler? I don't like it.
Doesn't sound fun. Like
no. It doesn't scream beach.
Doesn't scream Miami to me.
No. I don't know where this place is in comparison to like Miami or
I don't know. It looked
Orlando.
very windy.
Ew.
So he's with his girlfriend, me, Jen.
Ooh.
He wants
did you guys have fun?
Tell her special. We had so much fun. I honestly thought it seemed like he was about to she's like, where are we going? What's going on? Like, it's not our birthday. It's not our anniversary. And I'm like, does she think he's going to propose or something? That's what I was worried about.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Awkward.
Yeah,
But Paul says he hasn't told anyone about the approval yet for surgery. And he's going to tell you, Jen.
Me?
Yeah, but he wants to tell you somewhere nice on the beach. So tell us how it went, Jen.
Oh, it was so nice. It was so windy. He couldn't walk on the beach because he can't stand in the sand. So we just walked next to the beach in the sand. We didn't go down to the water. We didn't touch the water, obviously.
Wow.
He makes a promise that in a year he's going to lose all the weight and take her back to the beach because she loves the beach.
Romantic.
He tells her the surgery is in Houston, but it's only going to be for a year. It's gonna. She says it's gonna be hard being 1,400 miles apart, but they have a strong relationship. And then afterwards, they go to the restaurant nearby to eat some lunch, and he just gets a bowl of some chicken and lettuce. Oh, it's very nice, very romantic.
So romantic. Aw, how sweet! And then they kiss,
and then it ends.
Yeah,
I thought we were gonna see his surgery.
I know. But I think that's in the Where Are They Now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
No updates.
No updates. Nope. Not
looking up
spoiling
anything.
Anybody. No spoilies.
So we're gonna do the Where Are They Now on Patreon on Wednesday. So we're not looking up anything and not gonna say anything until we watch that and do our
Exactly.
update. Yes.
No spoilies. All right, guys. But next week, I think we're gonna do Carrie because her and Paul share a Where Are They Now episode.
Mm-hmm.
So next week, guys, we'll be doing Carrie. We did post the episode schedule. I think it should be out everywhere by now for April. If we haven't, please go bug us on Facebook or Instagram.
It should be up everywhere. I think so.
It should be, yeah. But if you guys liked this episode or thought, we were funny, please leave us a 5-star review and comment on Apple or Spotify.
Please.
We also have a Facebook group you can join called My 600-Pound Discussion Group. My 600-Pound Podcast Discussion Group on Facebook. You can join. Make sure when you do join, you answer all the questions, because if you don't, it'll auto deny you. So make sure you answer all the questions. It's just dumb, agree to the rules type bullshit. But also check out our Patreon if you are interested. It's $5 a month. You get 2 episodes of Where Are They Now. We also have covered all the Asante episodes. We have covered season 6 of 1,000-Pound Sisters. We also recently did an episode of Hoarders, which was really funny. But yeah, check it out. And see if you're interested. And make sure to leave us a review, guys.
Yes, please.
All right.
Righty.
And we'll catch you on the next one, y'all.
Yeah. Have a good week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of My 600-Pound Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at My 600-Pound Pod or Facebook on My 600-Pound Podcast Discussion Group. And don't forget to leave us a review on Apple and Spotify.